Good morning everyone, welcome to Morning Markets on Friday the 21st of February. A couple of things that we discussed today. One was the volatility that we saw in markets in Asia and then in the US yesterday. A lot of that stemmed from some information around the coronavirus. We've highlighted in the past in these podcasts that there is likely to be volatility around it, so that's nothing to be concerned about. It's just what is occurring in the marketplace. What we did see was a bit of a move into some of the safer haven assets. So we saw the gold price increase yesterday, and we also saw bond prices increase. That's a normal sort of risk-off environment within the marketplace. Other things that we touched on today, well, we've got the European Union debating their budget for the first time with the UK not being there. Why is that interesting? Well, there's a hole that needs to be filled in the budget from the lack of the contribution coming through, but also then what does that potentially mean for fiscal spending within Europe? So we've talked in the past on these sessions around the need for some form of fiscal activity in Europe. Well, does a budget constraint actually limit that fiscal activity coming through? Something to watch over the coming days as we get more details on that budget. I think the other thing that we've touched on this morning, we've seen Purchasing Managers Index flash releases around the globe. Some of the things that we touched on at the start of the week, the weakness in Japan, that's evident in the Japan figures that we see both for services and manufacturing. In Europe, the picture is slightly more mixed, and if anything, there has been a slight improvement in manufacturing, something that we want to look into in a little bit more detail in case there's a quirk in the data that's been picked up slightly differently this month. And then within the UK figures that are just out, continuing to speak to that differential story that we're seeing in the UK, where we're seeing an improvement in these data relative to the rate of improvement that we're seeing in Europe. So that bounce that has happened in the UK post the election continues to be sustained. More from us next week. Thanks for watching.